when someone says something like men are the problem, that's really a shortcut to thinking, right? There's no real thought gone behind something like that, because you only have to have a cursory look at not only the history but the current social climate to see that men are not the problem. Some men are the problem. There's a small percentage of men who call the shots, right? And they're invested in keeping it that small percentage. And one way of doing that is by making men believe they have power over. And that encourages bad behavior in men. Again, capitalism's the problem, right? I mean, I don't want to sound like some sort of mad socialist, but like we have, where there is not an equal distribution of resources, you're going to have a scrambling for resources. That's what happens. Everyone scrambles over what's left. And when you have that, of course, you get power and dominance. And, you know, that's what we see. That's what history shows us. So my answer to are men a problem is there is a problem, and it's been caused by some men. But men are the solution. All men are the only solution, right? And this feeds into your second question about, like, should it be there's a sort of stepping back and a kind of weakening of some men in some areas. And then there's this sort of hyper masculine side that's coming up and being like, no, we need to go back to just, we could have as many wives as we like. And it's all about driving Bugattis and it's all about money. And the truth is it's neither of those, right? Because that's trying to answer the problem in a wrong way, right? And by asking a question like, are men the problem? It's a very binary answer you can have. You can only say yes or no, right? And if you say no, you go, right, that's it, we want more strong men. And if you say yes, you go, yeah, we're going to step back. Where it's better to pose it in a way of going, can men be the solution? Because if they are, that creates opportunity in that mindset. That creates that's a growth mindset. And that's how I'd rather look at it. You know, the whole talk around, is there a crisis in masculinity? Like, no, there's an opportunity for men, because men it ain't been that great for us either. Contrary to all the bullshit you want to hear about, like how men have had it great for the last, like, fucking 2,000 years. Again, that's a shortcut from thinking. Have a look at history. You'll see that's not the case. Talk to the guys in Wales who their forefathers crawled like 4 miles in a tunnel, unpaid, just to get to work before they even started. That weren't a privilege. Talk to the countless generations of men who have been sent to die for countries where they can't even afford to buy houses in, right? That wasn't a privilege for them. That's fucked up. And that's happening right now. That's going to be happening in Israel soon. It's happening in Ukraine, right? Still men being told, you've got to stay and you've got to die, right? What's that about? What's that about? Do you know what I mean? For a country you don't even own. You didn't even make the political decisions over it. So it hasn't been great for men. But there's a chance it could be great for everyone, because men are a really, really, really valuable resource. We bring a lot to the game, right? History shows what good men are capable of. So rather than going, let's demonize men and back them out of the picture, let's create a space where we encourage men to be the very best that they can be for themselves, for their families, for the community, for the planet. And then you'll see a world. If you see a world of strong, like-minded, courageous, caring men who are interested in the betterment of the world and the betterment of their communities, and in being better allies, and in building power with rather than power over, you're going to build an impressive community. You're going to build an impressive world. And it takes two. It takes men, it takes women to do that together. But men backing out, men playing small, that ain't going to solve a problem. That's going to create a problem.